name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. Now, how do you avoid being a victim of the Einstellung Effect? Einstellung Effect. E-I-N-S-T-E-L-L-U-N-G effect. German for installation. Now, the Einstellung Effect essentially says that if we have a hammer, then every problem looks like a nail. We will always approach every problem with the same solutions on path or ideas or strategies. And we can be victim to this because not every problem will have or need the same attack, the same approach. We need to vary up the way we create things or market things or come up with ideas or the way we do business or investing or life in general. If we do the same thing again and again and again, then we're also falling victim to the survivorship bias, because we're thinking to ourselves, if it's worked before, it'll work again. And we're not thinking, well, what could go wrong? Self-critique. And if we're always having the same attack, then we're having the Einstellung Effect. And we need to figure out new ways to attack and to solve problems and to do things. Because if we're always doing the same thing, then we might trip up sometime, and and if you're not humble enough, you're then going to critique yourself enough to think, well, what did I do wrong? You know, how am I at fault? So the way to avoid being a victim is to always increase your knowledge. Be curious, learn new things all the time. I often watch these like half-an-hour lectures on business or finance, half an hour or an hour and a half, but normally at like 1.5 or 2 times speed, because just quick in and get it in. I need it in here, ASAP. Learn more, do more, create more by being more resourceful, by having more knowledge, what to do, what not to do. The way I see it is like two jars actually. One jar here that's got a few marbles in it, a few particles, and another jar that's got loads and loads of marbles or particles inside it. And each particle is representative of our knowledge. So if you have knowledge of investing or marketing or business or book writing and entrepreneurship, the more marbles you got inside, and the more marbles you've got, when an input comes along, or you see something, or you hear something, or you watch something, or whatever, you read something, anything, that input will bounce around and ricochet off all these different marbles and generate new ideas and opportunity and creativity, and you're more resourceful that way. But if you've got a few particles or marbles, then it's not going to bounce off many things. It's not going to bounce off many, and therefore it's not going to generate as many ideas. So the Einstellung Effect is saying every problem looks like a nail if you got a hammer, when in fact you need to be able to have loads of different kind of tools and equipment, so as to be more resourceful in situations like this. That's a screw, I need a screwdriver, not a hammer. That's a nail, I need a hammer, not a screwdriver. That's a toilet, I need a plunger. A hammer will not work, nor will the screwdriver. I need more tools, so therefore I can be more resourceful. And the more tools you've got, you can then look at different things, different people or different problems, and think, well, if we do this or do that, you can create this and create that. Like, for example, I've recently realised that when it comes to marketing, and a good way to start off with it, like influencer marketing to start off, is to start off talking about other people's products and other people's services. So, for example, this channel I've got, I'm going to have to pivot a little bit and start talking about some of the books that I've read, and do like a half-an-hour video where I'm talking about the book, like a review almost, but also sharing lessons and experiences from it, talking about the key concepts or the key learning points from the book. Therefore, people are going to search for the book, the traffic is going to discover me. And I've come to this conclusion after realising that what I've been doing for the past few months hasn't been successful. And it's like, okay, I'm humble enough to accept that. I'm humble enough to think, well, I need new ideas. I need to increase my resourcefulness. And it's like book reviewing, sharing ideas, combined with vlogging. Okay, vlogging, I need a bit more research on how to actually do that, and a few of the key aspects about it. And then I can pivot my strategy and start to get traction and awareness that inherently I deserve, but I haven't justified it to the marketplace. And so with the Einstellung Effect would say, oh, just keep churning and doing more and more content the same, But you know, there's an old saying, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing again and again and again, expecting the different results. If I got a hammer, and I'm hammering in loads and loads of screws, but they're not keeping the joints together, then it's not going to work. Change the strategy. Content marketing, change the strategy. That's it. And also, as a side note, I've come to realise there's what I call the law of quality over quantity. Just that one thing that goes viral, one Gangnam Style, is the equivalent of millions and millions of videos that are uploaded onto YouTube that gets nothing. No attention, no traffic, no nothing. And it's like quality over quantity, big time. That's very important. So I wanted to share that Einstellung Effect, because it's something not many people know about, but it's like, be aware of your own flaws, and I've noticed this myself, where it's like, we're going to start a business. Okay, how can we market it? Do this, do this, do this, do this, do that. And it's like, well, hang on a minute, that was the same as always. And I remember also that there was this recruitment thing I went to about a year and a half ago, for this like international charity kind of thing. And we had us get in groups, like 4 tables, and we had to make these like giraffes out of paper. And I remember saying to like one of the observers, saying, I told them something like, I knew that as soon as I had a plan on how to create this giraffe, because it was exercise and team building, this giraffe, paper giraffe, I knew there and then that there would be better ideas and better alternatives. So it's like, I was aware of the Einstellung Effect, but I didn't know about it. And I discovered it just in time to include in my book, Attention Avalanche, which is going to be published around now. So that's worthwhile checking out. And also Einstellung Effect, don't be a victim to it. That hammer, not everything is a nail. Not everything is a nail. You need more tools, be more resourceful, and you can create and be more ingenious all the time. Very important. So the question of the day is, what kind of strategies do you always fall back on? What strategies do you always fall back on? Because that could be evidence of an Einstellung Effect. What strategies do you always fall back on? Comment below, I'm very curious. In the meantime, however, remember that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?